Hello, my name is Dr. Pete the comedian. So today, August 31st, 2018, is the day. Oh my god, it's the day on which I can finally break out of my fear and immerse myself in the wonderful world of comedy. Not only to make fine folks like you laugh, but also occasionally share a word of wisdom with you. So, who the heck is this weirdo, you may be asking? You may even be trying to figure out my accent, like so many do. My goodness, wherever I go, people want to know, where is your accent from? Your English is very good, but there's a little twist there. Where's that accent from? Well, over the past 3 decades or 30 years, I've lived in many U.S. states, including New York, Florida, Michigan, Toledo. I've also lived in two other countries. One of which was called a shithole country by the President of the United States recently. To be honest, it kind of is. But make no mistake about it, though, I'm no shithead. And to be honest with you, even though my country's a shithole country, nobody can call me a shithead. Well, it depends on who you ask. Well, without further ado, let's go right to the jokes. So, today is my first comedy video. Are you proud of me or what? I have two jokes that I'd like to share with you. So 30 plus years ago, I arrived in America from the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. It's a country that you've heard about, that's been ravaged by earthquakes, hurricanes, none other but Haiti. Some say Haiti, some say IT. Same thing, okay? It's the same thing, okay? Same thing. Anyway, I landed in New York City, out of all places, coming from the poorest city in the Western Hemisphere to the richest city in the world. Talking about a paradigm shift and a culture shock. But I'm not even going to get into that. Let's add to that, I was only 14 years of age at the burgeoning pubescent period of my life. But anyway, I survived. But one Saturday night, I was told by my aunt to go get a shirt to attend church the following day, Sunday. Okay? And I went to the Flatbush Nostrand Junction, and that was during the time when American teenagers and adults were wearing baggy clothes, and here I was with my little Frenchy shirt, my little tight pants, and I was highly set apart, very distinguishable, very noticeable to say the least. Not to mention my Frenchy mannerisms. So, and of course, I was mugged. Oh my God, I was mugged for the first time in my life in the pre-Giuliani, in a David Dankins, New York, which was a dump and crazy. It was like New York at that time was the Chirac of the United States, the Chicago of the United States. Need I say anything else? Anyway, I heard a voice say, "Yo, Frenchie, yo, Frenchie, yo, shorty, give me everything you got right now." My God, I nearly shit out of my pants. I mean, I was so effing scared. I thought I was gonna die. I'd never been mugged in my life before, and I started to panic, and I started to hear my dad's voice saying, "I told you not to come to the United States. You should have listened to me. You should have never come to the United States where Negroes are killing Negroes and where people are killing each other and where people are discriminated against blacks. You should have stayed in your homeland." And I started doubting myself, and I started saying, "Oh my God, my dad's worst nightmare." And even though I value my money, anybody who knows me is I'm very frugal. I started thinking, do I give this guy my money or do I fight for it? And I realized my life was more important. So I gave him the money, and he said, "Shorty, get the hell out of here." So I ran off with my little Frenchy ass. So that was my first joke to you as my debut in comedy. Let me know what you think of the first joke, okay? Now let's go on to the second joke. So recently, I went to see my Alzheimer's disease-stricken dad. I was talking to him and singing with him for a while, and I felt the need to jog his memory. This is my hero now. This is the most important man in my life. At one point, he was the most powerful man in the world to me. And I was his first son, his first child, and now I'm his only remaining child. And I was his best friend as a child in a household of 30 people. I was his only friend. And I'm like, this hero of mine needs to remember me. So I decided to jog his memory, right? My goodness. The man didn't quite remember who I was. I was really, you know how you feel when somebody doesn't realize who you are and you don't feel like you're as important? Even though I understand Alzheimer's disease, I went through medical school, I listened to, several talks about it, and I read about it, I understand what's going on with the brain, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this man has to remember me. I am very important to him. So I said, Dad, this is Peterson. I'm your son, your first son, your favorite son. And and he said, how is this Peterson? How is he doing anyway? I don't think this is Peterson. He's always busy anyway. I have to worry about him. And I have to occasionally think I should send something to him. He's my only son. You know, a dad will be a dad. That's what he told me. I said, Dad, this is me. And he says, I heard your voice, but I think it's you talking, but it is not you. Okay? Unless you have grown a little bit more, a lot more, because this Peterson dude is a short little dude. He cannot be that tall. I felt like saying, Dad, I'm 5 feet and 9 inches, Dad. I'm not that short. And I realized I was talking to my dad, and we were raised to be obedient and respectful. Even though my dad has Alzheimer's, I cannot disrespect my dad. It's like I said, Dad, I am Peterson, your son. He's like, well, yeah, I heard it. I still hear your voice. I believe it's Peterson talking, but Peterson is a short little dude to me. He stutters a lot. Peterson used to stutter so much. Unless he's using humor as a grease to grease his leg so he can grow up really fast and tall. This cannot be Peterson. I started cracking up, and we started cracking up together for like 10 minutes. And then I realized, even in my father's Alzheimer's-stricken day, he's still the funniest man who's ever lived in my mind's heart. And that's all that matters. Thank you so much for watching my first 2 jokes, and I promise to have more for you later. God bless.